Buckle up, sports fanatics. This is the Sports Chasers Podcast, your HQ for in-depth sports talk. Join host Kevin L. Warren and crew as they dissect the hottest stories, ignite debates, and bring you closer to the action. From locker room whispers to expert takes, we cover it all. It's game time, so strap in and grab a drink. The Sports Chasers Podcast starts right now.
What's up, everybody? What's going on, everybody? It's another edition of the Sports Chasers Podcast coming to you live and direct here on a Thursday night, as we always do, man. Glad that you are going to hang out with us, man. A lot that is going on in the world of sports, man. We're glad that you joined us. And if you're new to the show, because we've been getting a lot of new people, man, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, man, we talk sports and we talk real sports, no narratives, none of that hot take-ish stuff. You know, we get to it, man. But yo, this is the Sports Chasers Podcast. I'm Kevin L. Warren, your host and moderator. Hey, let's meet the crew. D-Dubs, what's up, brother? How are you tonight, sir?
What up? What up? Thursday night. Appreciate everybody joining us, man. Sports Chasers Podcast. We doing it another week.
You know it, man. You know it, man. Listen, it's been exciting, man. Like I said, we got baseball going on, the wild cards. That's been great. Football. We got college football going on tonight. A bunch of other stuff going on. We got the DA. DA, what's up, brother? How are you tonight, sir?
TVs in the headrest. Sega Entertainment push the Lex Land on the way to my arraignment.
Yeah, I seem like I heard that before.
Yeah, I heard that one. I didn't catch that one though.
Yeah, Lex Land, that got to be the woo. I think that's
No. Lex drop bombs on that. Yeah, but yeah.
Okay, well, I guess
Capone Noriega. Okay.
Oh, okay. That sounds.
Yes.
I told y'all gonna get one every week.
Okay.
Yes, G's been giving us homework.
Yeah. I got billions of them.
Yeah.
All right.
Shout out to all those that are in the comments, those that are on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, where we at X, and Instagram. We'll be on Instagram here in a second. Got to set it up, man. But man, a lot of
drop it on the bed. It'll be right on. Turn right on.
Drop
no doubt, man. Hey, the other guys, Mike Mills and the Angry One, they'll be joining us shortly, as well as Ryan, our NBA, WNBA and NBA guy. He will be joining us shortly, man. But yo, man, we're going to get into some things, man. We're going to get into the Chasers Weekly Recap. These are the things and items that have went on in sports, in the world of sports, since we last been on, probably Monday too. But we like to delve into some things. So let me just start here with this intriguing article here. I got here. No, not that one. No, not that one either. Yes. So it's baseball. So we got time for baseball, man. And man, so this is from the Bleacher Report. This is from Adam Wells of the Bleacher Report. MLB rumors: Marlins have let go of more than 70 staffers amid Skip Schumacher's exit. It turns out the Miami Marlins all-season overhaul is even more dramatic than initially believed. After it was previously reported, Skip Schumacher's entire coaching staff was being let go after the manager left at the end of the regular season. The Athletic's Ken Rosenthal noted the Marlins had parted way with more than 70 staffers. Per Rosenthal,
everybody going.
More departures are possible, with some employees' contracts set to expire on October 31st. Schumacher contract expired at the end of the regular season after he requested early in the year to have his 2025 team option removed. The 44-year-old earned National League Manager of the Year in 2023 after leading the Marlins to an 84-78 record and a playoff berth as a wild card. The Marlins are now in a position where they will have replaced their general manager and manager in the last 12 months. Kim, who was hired as general manager in November 2020, left at the end of last season after declining her option due to differences in philosophy with team owner Bruce Sherman. Former Tampa Bay Rays exec Peter Bendix was hired as Miami's president of baseball operations in November of 2023. While it's uncommon for a team hiring a new manager to let some coaches go because the new skipper will want to bring on their own people, this is an extreme example of it. Rosenthal noted that one team official said that these moves are being done to reset and restructure the baseball operations department, not an attempt to cut costs. Whatever. Daniel
exactly.
Alvarez.
What are we talking about? The Marlins, man? That's what they do. What are we talking
Major
about?
League 4. It's the movie. Major League
bringing back
4.
bench coach Louis Ureta and first base coach John Jay, but they will have to leave it up to the new manager to hire them. So I'll give it to DA, man. DA was the one that alerted me to this story, man. Go ahead, bro. What you got on?
It's just like Major League 4. Major League 2, Major League 3, Major League 1. Same story, same plot, just in real life. So that's it. You know, the Marlins don't want to win. They don't want to spend money. If you do anything that even looks like winning, you're fired. So with that being said, this is where they're at. This is what they do. They'll win. Then they'll burn it all down. Then they'll go another few years, you know, muddling at the bottom, and then they'll win. Then they burn it all down again. Just what they do. I've got no expectations for that.
Well, yeah, you heard it here. They'll win, and like you said, they'll burn it all down. D-Dub, what you got for this?
That's exactly what I'm saying. While you read, I'm sorry, but this is what they do, right? Do I expect anything less of the Miami Marlins? You know, they've been known to do this. This is what they do. But I think 70 employees, staffers being let go.
0. You heard it right here.
Yeah, 7-0. That's now that's even for them. I think that's a that's a string. You think that's I don't know. I don't want to say it's a toxic work culture. I don't know what's going on down there.
No work culture.
Miami.
Ain't nobody.
Yeah.
No work culture.
It doesn't sound healthy. It doesn't sound like it's you know, it's like a organization going in the right direction. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, this
absolutely.
Is and you know what? I don't know if this is just a thought of mine. I'm just thinking about it. Yo, if teams are not interested in winning, I think Major League Baseball needs to be like, you know what? We need to. I know it's not going to happen, right? But in the real world, or what I would think be the real world, if you're not interested, then we need to remove the team. Team is not interested.
Relegate.
Yeah.
Relegate my youth.
I don't.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't see it happening. I know. I'm just throwing it out there, though, right?
Me and DA this morning, I think this morning or yesterday, we was talking about how the owner of the Athletics, how he did to the city of Oakland.
Yeah,
he sabotaged the city of Oakland for them
Major League.
They wanted to go to Las Vegas, so what they did, hey, we're not gonna fix nothing. So the sewage is running on the third base.
Yeah, a bad landlord, right? Let the pipes keep running. Let the water.
We ain't gonna fix nothing around here, so we just
let it back up.
Yeah. Hey man, we gotta move, man. This place is awful.
It's like James Evans in Good Times. Shout out to the rest in peace to my man John Amos.
Yes.
Yeah. This is Chicago.
Damn.
No heat in the winter.
Right.
Keep it up there in the water.
Yeah, man. Please, man. Yeah, this is temporary layoffs. This is Good Times in Miami, Florida, kid.
Scratching it to survive.
Scratching and surviving.
Don't. Hey, but you know what your boy, the Diddler said. I like when you scratch.
No, we're not doing that.
Scraping and scrambling. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, fam. Yo, Miami is yeah, man. We've seen it. Like I said, it's not surprising, but 70, the number 70 is. But you know, yeah, I don't know, man. You know, shout outs to Miami Marlins fans, man. I feel for you, man. You know, you got
on the better note, Kev, you might have a lot of real qualified dudes applying for North Miami Police Department.
I don't know. I guess so.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm moving on.
Dade County.
Let me move on here to
305. That's 305. Right?
Yes. Let me move on here to the soccer. We got soccer here. And this is coming from MLS Multiplex. This is from Arthur Fernandez. All the links will be in the description, man. Think soccer in the U.S. is just a sideshow. Think again. Lionel Messi's arrival at Inter Miami CF turned everything on its head, and that 2024 supporter. Excuse me. Did I say CF? Yeah. Well, they said CF because
I don't know what kind of police lingo that is, but it's
sorry, I'm reading CF.
Is it competition?
No, it's,
I don't know what
they do the Spanish thing down there. So it's CF. It says here. So turn everything on its head, and that 2024 Supporter Shield victory is all proof you need. Suddenly, Inter Miami is the darling of Major League Soccer, but there's a big question in this fairy tale here to stay. When Messi joined in Miami back in 2023, everyone knew that things would get wild. But who really bet on that? In just over a year, the team will go from zero to hero, or better yet, from a work in progress to a real powerhouse. With the Supporter Shield secured in 2024, Inter Miami and Messi didn't just bag a title; they flipped the league on its axis. Follow WML. They says Inter Miami didn't start the season as a favorite. The club founded in 2020 was still trying to find its groove amidst giants like LA Galaxy and the New York Red Bulls. But Messi's arrival last year changed that, putting Miami squarely in the spotlight. And let's not forget the big name reinforcements like Luis Suarez and Jordi Alba and Sergio.
Luis Suarez is there?
Yes, he's there.
I don't like Miami. Forget it. They're out.
And Sergio Busquets. These guys brought that winning vibe from their golden Barcelona days. The real story here isn't just the trophy, it's how they won it. Inter Miami's campaign was nothing short of breathtaking blowouts like the 5-0 drubbing of Orlando City, SC, and epic comebacks against tough squads like Sporting Kansas City made it clear that the team wasn't just here to show up. They came to dominate, and they did. With a solid run and a brilliant moments from Messi and Suarez, they secured 68 points. And they still got 2 more games to go. You can almost smell the record in the air, and can't you? So, yeah, Inter Miami, they like the article said, they came and took once they got Messi like around July of last year, it was game over, man. You know, he's pretty much a rock star. I think they played New York FC back here a couple weeks ago. So they was in the Bronx, man, and it was crazy when the bus arrived to Yankee Stadium and seeing Messi in there, and that place was sold out to see because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, New York FC won the championship last year. So, you know, shout out to them, man. DA, what you got on this?
It goes. It's the good and the bad, right? So, good to see Lionel Messi is not just a good player from Europe. He's one of the top 10 players in the world to ever play the game, in my estimation. So he should be able to come over here at 85 years old and destroy these dudes, truth be told. But with that said, good for the league. Maybe they'll get some more names like this. The landscape is kind of switching over with the Arab League, the Saudi Arabia League, you know, buying up players. But again, we'll see what happens, man. I think it's good for the game. And Lionel Messi, again, is one of probably the 10 best players in the world, in my estimation. Kev?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I had to do something real quick.
So, yeah, that's why when he, you know, him coming over, I expect him to have success because he's just not a player from Europe. He's one of the best players to ever play anywhere. So, I expect
at 37.
Yeah. Now, he couldn't do this in La Liga. Just know that.
No,
In
absolutely.
La Liga, he's a 75 minute. He come in and try to get you a goal here or there, but at the 75th minute. But hey, good to go. Take what you got.
Right.
Salute to Mr. Messi.
We'll go into football a little bit later, but let me just read this article. We was talking about this before the show. Let's this is NFL trade rumors. So we got here. This is also from Bleacher Report, from Scott Polachek from Bleacher Report, and this was on yesterday. Devontae Adams is reportedly drawing interest from multiple teams around the league, including New York Jets, Pittsburgh Steelers, Dallas Cowboys, Buffalo Bills, and New Orleans Saints. Diana Rossini, the Athletic, reported the Jets and Cowboys are among those who are monitoring the situation and checked in with the Raiders. Rossini also noted Las Vegas is in no rush to make a move. NFL insider Josina Anderson then reported the Steelers showed preliminary interest, at least discussing a potential trade. Albert Breer of MMQB noted the Buffalo Bills also inquired about a deal, although he added that Adams is focused on engineering a trade to the Jets. ESPN's Adam Scheffler added the New Orleans Saints as a potential landing spot and noted the Kansas City Chiefs are not expected to be an option. While Kansas City needs depth at wide receiver following injuries to Rashee Rice, Marquise Hollywood Brown, and also divisional rival of the Raiders. The reports coming from NFL Network's Ian Rappaport and Mike Garofalo reported Tuesday that the Raiders wide receivers told the team he wants to be traded. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler also added context to the situation. Here's what I know about Adams, he says, and the Raiders. This has escalated quickly, Fowler wrote. When I checked with several people with the team early Tuesday, they were not aware of a trade request or preference. Still, multiple teams had Adams on their trade radar over the past few days. Listen, fantasy football note. If you have Adams on your team, do not start him this weekend. He's not playing. So just tidbit. We don't do a lot of fantasy football in there, but if you got him on your squad, don't start him this weekend. He's not playing.
Yeah, you go, Captain. Good stuff.
Yeah. So I'll give you the details. Your thoughts on this story with Devontae Adams, one that looks like he wants to hang out with his old quarterback.
I think it's a perfect union for him and the Jets to get up. That's what it sounds like to me. That's where it's heading. I don't know what I don't know what the particulars the Jets got to give up to get him, but that's what it would make sense to me. Because Devontae Adams, although that was a long time ago. It seems like with him and
it was
and Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay. It seems like it's been ages ago. So
4 years.
Yeah. That's where I would think he would want to go. Jets are looking like they on the way up, even though with this they taking off kind of slowly. But other than that, I don't see all those teams that they mentioned. I don't see the fit. I don't see where how that's going to fit for him. But hey, he wants to get out of there. I think he got, like we was talking about, me and DA. He got his money. We don't think it's the money factor. It's just trying to figure out what team that could afford him and are willing to give up whatever picks to get him. So that's all I got.
All right, DA, what you got?
Yeah. I think this is all some bullshit, to be totally honest.
Tell me how you really feel, D.
Well, on whose part?
Yeah.
The Jets, he's not going to the Jets.
No?
The Jets are not a Super Bowl winning team. He's 32 years old. Don't have a whole bunch of time to sit around and be on the losing team. Aaron Rodgers is 41 years old.
I got it. But then
he may all them teams
all them teams that we talk about, then he might as well stay with the Raiders.
Well, look,
right?
No, he's not doing that.
Pittsburgh is an up and coming team.
All right.
They got a winning record and they got young quarterback, right?
Oh, they ain't play nobody.
Hey, no one's played nobody if that's the case.
Oh, damn.
The Jets ain't played they played 3 and they lost 2 of them.
But those teams that we saying, these guys are no Super Bowl winning teams.
Is Pittsburgh? Do you think Pittsburgh is closer to being a Super Bowl team than the Jets?
I don't think neither one of those teams are close to being.
Okay, so we cut them both out then. That's the way I look at it. If I'm 32 years old, I think the team.
I don't want
the best choice for him, in my opinion. I would say my Niners, but I don't think we'll give that up for him. But would be the Baltimore Ravens, man.
What are you giving up for?
They just won a second rounder. The money's going to be the money because you're going to take over the contract.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's light.
Yeah.
That's light. Like Dallas ain't it because they're not close to winning the Super Bowl.
No. And they already put the money into Dak and then this guy. So
they don't even have the money. Now, if we go and I looked at the list yesterday, and I will say that's why I went in the chat, on the message we was doing that. I said the Niners because the Niners got like $20 million.
Yeah.
Because we got that Brock Purdy contract. So we got the money for him if we wanted it. We could pay the money, after the trade and say, all right, we got it. We can pay the contract out. I don't know if we got a second round after what we did with McCaffrey. We may not have the second round of the kill, but that's a different story. At least, dude, you ain't got to move. Stay in the same damn house. Play for us. But I think I would say, in all honestly, I would say I would think it would probably, if I was him, it would be the Ravens, because they are the team closest to the Super Bowl of all the teams they talking about wanting.
Right.
That's why. And then it would be Pittsburgh, and then the Jets third, because the Jets aren't close to winning. They're 1-2. They say their offensive line is not that good, So I don't see why you go there to have the same thing you have you have at the Raiders. So you got a quarterback that you like, and he's good with the Jets. But if he's getting knocked around and can't throw you the ball, he's as good as Gardner Minshew. You still don't get the ball, So I think that's the way I see it.
Right.
Got you. Like I said, hey, if you starting him in fantasy, he's not playing this weekend, man.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. He has a tweaked hamstring. It looks like.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. Yeah.
Money string. Money.
Wink, wink.
Let me go on to this other story here. I think this is it. I'm sorry, I had this. No, that's the same thing.
Wait for you, so I can solve baseball and get rich.
You saw baseball and get rich? Nah, I got it right here. Let me just move on here too. I thought I had this story here. Let's just go to baseball. I'll leave the other two are WNBA stories. We're talking about the ratings and all that, and we'll wait till Ryan come on. Ryan should be on here around 8:15. We'll address that, man. So let's definitely move on to baseball, man. Hey, I'm a Yankee fan, but man, oh man, the Detroit Tigers, boy. Detroit Tigers, man. Let me just read this article real quick. And this was last week. This was on the 27th. This is when they clinched, right? The Detroit Tigers clinched a playoff berth on Friday night with a 4-1 win over the White Sox, putting a bow on an impressive and surprising second half surge. The 2-run rallies in the 5th and the 7th innings, respectively, were enough for another outstanding team. This is from CBS Sports from the AP. Coincidentally, the Tigers win almost meant a historic loss for the White Sox. If you don't know, the White Sox lost 121 games. They beat the Mets record back in 1961. The Tigers seem like long shots to reach this point as recently as 2 months ago. Indeed, the Tigers enter August with a 52-57 record. I want y'all to get that. That felt so pessimistic about their chances of reaching October. They traded veteran starters. Listen to this. They traded Jack Flaherty to the Dodgers at the deadline, along with the catcher Carson Kelly, relievers Andrew Chafflin and Mark Canha. And outfielder Mark Canha, who used to be an ex-Mec and ex-A's. Detroit subsequently went on an impressive tear. They entered Friday with a 33-17 record since August 1st, a mark that prorates a 107 win pace over 162 games. The Tigers have played so well despite introducing a number of young players to their lineup and largely relying on a makeshift rotation complete with openers. Manager A.J. Hinch has assembled his lineup as late as from a 14-deep position player pool that includes 11 players who had 2 years of service time or fewer entering the season. 6 of those players debuted at some point or another during the 2024 campaign. Outfielder Riley Green has been Detroit's most productive hitter, setting a career high in home runs, OPS, and making the league. So I saved that article to say this. Detroit is on fire, and as you can see, I wish Ryan was up here. Detroit got rid of the Houston Astros and 2-game sweep on yesterday, man. And like I said, they beat them yesterday 5-2 to complete the sweep, man. And they're just a good team. I handed it off to D-Dubs, being that he got a Lions hat on. I'm surprised he didn't get a Tigers hat.
It's in the mail, brother. It's in the mail.
We know. Mike Mills.
What's up? Yo, man, the Tigers are doing, like I said, since that trade deadline, the real question is who they got back when they made those sweeping changes, and it looked like they was dead out the water or dead in the water, and now they went on this hot streak, and they've taken it all the way into the postseason. So we'll see how long this is. They're gonna ride out. But it seems like they got a lot of young players. What was that pitcher? He started the first game.
He should win the Cy Young. Screwball,
Yeah,
yes.
Scoop. Yeah, dude was lights out. Six. What is it? 6 shutout innings. He was on fire on the other night. So kudos to the Lions to the Tigers. Lions, Tigers.
They play next year.
Bears
Yeah.
on my.
Yeah, right. And forget poor Ryan, man. Because he thought they was gonna try to make a comeback last night or yesterday afternoon, and it wasn't to be.
Listen, it's been very exciting to watch baseball. I've been kind of enjoying it. I know Mike is Mills. Mike, what's up? What's going on, bro? I know he's an optimist. He's a pessimist when it comes to his New York Mets. We'll talk about them.
I'm a realist.
Okay, hold on, sir. We'll get you in there. But it's just been exciting. And me and DA was talking this morning about how baseball. I like this playoff format. Now, when they had the one game, I didn't like that because baseball is about series, right? Yeah. So I think baseball got it right. So hey, if you don't want to be a part of this wild card, you need to win your division.
Yeah, I like the 2 game, the 3 game.
Yeah, see, I thought so they had the same format. They just started last year. I thought it was 1-1-1. I've totally forgot that it was. Hey, the home team at home got advantage. They got all 3 games at their place, which makes it even better, right? So, all these people crying, oh my God, it's just 3 games, whatever.
Nah, bro.
No, Houston, you was home. You should have won. Period. End of story. Same thing for Baltimore. This is the 2nd year in a row, Baltimore. Texas got them out of there last year, the soon-to-be world champs, and now Kansas City on yesterday. We'll talk about them in a second. But I'll give it to the DA. DA, your thoughts about the Detroit Tigers and what they have done here in the postseason, and what you feel about this wild card stuff going on here with baseball. I love it, man. I love it.
Also, Andy Ibanez. Yeah, Ibanez. Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Go ahead, D.
Shout out to AJ Hinch too, man.
Yeah.
DA, you are gonna have to send $10 now because you are muted.
Oh, you owe 20. You know what you owe your trunks.
Oh yeah.
Put yours in the cup, homie. Yeah, listen. So format is dope. I like the 3 games.
Yes.
I like. I'm happy Detroit is doing well. And they got to this point. 2 things about that, and I'm gonna bring Johnny Rain clout on that for a little bit. First of all, we did well against them the second half of the year. Well, so they was beating everybody else. They wasn't beating us, right? So that's 1. Yankees meaning that. 2 is, believe it or not, whether you want to take it or not, I don't care what you think. They did get to play the White Sox 11 times in the second half. That's 11 wins. Not saying that listen, it is just what it is. They did have to win the games.
You're supposed to beat those teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good teams beat the teams they're supposed to beat.
Yes. And there you go. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying it's a thing.
It used to be 19 times they used to play each other, but now that
but I just think the second half of the season when they got hot, I think they played them 11 times. But with that said, hey, I can't take nothing away from a team that's winning games because you go out there and you have to hit, catch, pitch, do the things you need to do to win. And they've done so. 36-5 or something like that. So it is for real, a great, but nothing else, it's a great stepping stone into the 2025 season.
What do you think they're doing the next series? They got the Guardians. What do you think?
The Guardians got more bats, but if they want to send your father home, they can do so.
My dad is a Guardians fan. That's right. Shout out to Dad.
Guardians got more bats for sure.
Yeah. Mills, I'll get you in here. Mills, what you think about the Detroit Tigers?
They hot, and they did what hot teams do, especially in the playoffs. They handled their business and kept it pushing. I guess the trash man came early because the Astros ain't have enough trash cans in the building to save them.
Not good enough.
It just wasn't enough. So shout out to the Tigers, but I think they're going home. I think Cleveland, 7 games, and they got home field. Yeah, I think Cleveland got it.
Yeah, because you got to think, I'm sorry, Mike, don't want to cut you off, but you got to think like this happens in other sports too. you go this hard to make it to the playoffs, you get there, sometimes you don't have 50 left to take it all the way to the finish line. Now, they may, but that happens more often than not when you go on those streaks.
Or it could be the opposite, right? You sit for a while because, baseball is all about rhythm and series. You sit for a while and then you don't do good.
And I think that's why the 3 games helps both teams, right? So it's still the same amount of time that you would be off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not an exorbitant amount of time that the Guardians were waiting. It was like someone else was playing a 3-game series. They probably had what's the game they call
what, the wild card?
No. The team itself had inside the team, games, mock games, just to stay warm, doing what they need to do. Because it's only 3 days, 4 days,
Oh, okay. You're talking about inter-squad games. Okay, I got you.
Yeah. So like before, the reason why the layoff hurt was because you was off an extra day and then you played again. So you were out of rhythm. Like we talking about rhythm. Out of rhythm, they're not out of rhythm. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Now the Tigers are definitely hot. I got the Mets and Brewers on my screen here. I'm watching. The Mets won the first game 8-4. The Brewers came back on yesterday. They won that game. They won that game 5-3. But before I go to the Mets and Brewers, let me just go to the Padres and the Braves to D's team, his adopted team, I should say.
Right.
And the Padres, man, after last year, they are healthy. They're having fun, it looks like, and Manny Machado, man, he's hitting
it.
So between him and Tatis, they are definitely hitting it. Now they'll get a chance to face LA. D, go ahead, take it away about the Padres beating the Braves.
We had a good year against the Lakers. Dodgers this year anyway. So, So we're used to playing them, so it's not a thing where they would be starstruck. Now, that said, the Dodgers do have an all-star team. Like they do have a stick, but I think out there. I think, as far as bats, things of that nature. I think Manny Machado, when he was at the absolute top of his game, he was at the top of the game. He was a Mike Trout type dude when he was in his bag. So if he can get back to that, because he's not old. I don't even think he's 30. So I believe that if he can get back to that, I think he'll be okay, man. I'm almost sure he's not 30. I know Tatis isn't. So.
Right. Okay. That's going to be interesting. And like I said,
our pitching is coming along. Not great, but they're not giving up 5 runs a game.
So they swept the Braves 2-0 in a 3-game series. Like I said, if you don't know about the format is whoever gets home field advantage in the playoffs. In the wild card round, they get all 3 home games, 3 games at the house. So
I think the Braves will be back next year.
Yeah, they suffered through some injuries and stuff in the beginning. A lot
best player not playing.
Yeah, well, there you go, Mike. That's So no excuse, but I thought he was out. Braves didn't make it. They'll be back next year because the Braves got a lot of bats, man. So
a lot of talent.
Yeah, a lot of talent on that team. So without that said, let me go to Mike Mills' Mets, to the amazing Mets. That series is tied at 1. They're currently playing right now, and that game is 0-0. What is it, in the 3rd inning? 4th inning. The Mets like I said, on Tuesday night, they won 8-4. Then the Brewers last night, they started hitting 5. Let me tell you, what's this dude's name? Let me just read from the AP. Jackson Chourio.
Yeah,
dude is 20 years old, man, and boy, oh boy, he really swings that bat. Let me just read this. Jackson Chourio tied the game in the 8th with his 2nd homer of the night, and Garrett Mitchell delivered a 2-run shot later in the inning to give Milwaukee a 5-3 victory over the New York Mets on Wednesday that ended their National League Series. Sorry, Mike. The teams will play a decisive Game 3, which they're playing right now. The Brewers will attempt to become the first team to win the best of 3 wild card after losing the home opener since MLB went to this expanded playoff format in 2022. Mike, the big question I have for you: why the manager didn't bring in Diaz, man?
Because Diaz pitched through the ball like 100 times in the past like 4 days, so I get why he didn't bring him in, but
he'll be there tonight though.
I might have stayed with the guy we had in before him because like that 7th inning was smooth, so I'd have just kept him rolling.
Correct.
And like maybe like told Diaz, you got to get 5 outs or maybe 4 outs, just especially when that home run, when that first one when they got tied, I just went out. I'm like, yeah, you gotta go. Come on, you gotta
go get him, right?
Yeah, like you're gonna have to get 5 outs tonight, brother. Sorry. Because it's the playoffs. The game is on the line. You can't live like this. Yeah, my screen is on the other. Yeah. So yeah. But I'm happy they're there. I mean, like y'all said, I'm pessimistic, but I'm just a realist. Like I've seen them blow these short leads, blow these big leads in short periods of time, especially at the end of the season. It was like 4 years in a row they did it. It's like, but I'm enjoying it. That last game against the Braves to make it in, that was a wonderful game. That was crazy.
Yeah,
like
Brendan Emo, he's the real deal. And I remember a couple years ago when the Mets were trying to get rid of him. I said, man, don't get rid of that guy. That guy has a smooth left-handed swing. He can hit that ball, and he's a good right and center field whenever he does play both the positions. So yeah, I like the Mets' chances. But like I said, the Brewers, they got a really good young team. And like I keep saying, if you're not a baseball person, man, tune into baseball, man. Baseball is a good thing, man.
That's what I like about most of these teams. These teams that's in is pretty young, man. Young and
old steroid.
Yeah. Well, that too, but I'm just saying, it's just
I'm sorry, I should
little young.
Johnny Rain Cloud over there. Go ahead.
Come on.
Mike is going to go get us a strike.
My man Yelich.
But go ahead, D Dubs. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Man on third right now for the Brewers. But they a lot of young players, so it's good, man. Good for the game.
I ain't tell nobody this to watch baseball. I think we all are watching baseball. Who's this Thursday night game? The Bucks and who? Falcons?
Yeah, tonight.
Yeah.
Whatever. Dumpster fire.
Yeah, these Thursday night games, two Monday night games. You know what?
Mike Man, Kirk D. Cousins. So
Yeah.
You talking about the bank robber?
Yeah, the Mets and the Brewers are 0-0 after
Hamburglar.
Yes, Hamburglar. So so the winner of this series between the Mets and the Brewers, they will face who's the other team? Phillies. So
I think the lower seed should get at least one home game. I think they should get one home game. That 3-game homestand.
Traveling, man. 3 days? It's only 3 days.
But you already made us go play a doubleheader. They gotta go to Milwaukee. Now let them come travel.
No, Mike. No, that you gotta blame. I think that was the Braves' fault. The Braves, because they thought rain was gonna come when the hurricane came. So they said, yo, forget about it. We'll just play a doubleheader. Of course,
I blame.
Yeah, that was Major League Baseball.
I blame Manfred because
you're right. That's Major League Baseball.
Now, here's what we're gonna do because that's crazy.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Manfred don't like y'all.
Manfred don't got no backbone. Look, if you really didn't like us, you would have scheduled it another way anyway. But
hey, if we can have a segment, which commissioner has a backbone? Which one would you say has a backbone? Boom.
None of them. We ain't had a commission with a backbone since what? No, not Silver.
David Stern.
You're right.
The saying.
Yeah,
he got old. Then he started acting like a hoe. But
yeah, he was.
Is Gary Bettman still the?
Yeah, Gary Bettman is still the NHL commissioner.
Yeah, we asked the hockey fans. They don't like him either.
They hate him. They hate him.
Yeah.
Goodell is definitely working for the man.
I'm not old enough to remember Tagliabue too much. Y'all might know more about him than me.
Tagliabue, I thought he was a good commissioner.
He's okay.
Yeah, I thought he was a good commissioner.
He took the game from one part into another piece.
That was him
It was
and
due from the Raiders. Right?
I thought Pete Rozelle was a good one.
That was way back when.
Well, Rozelle came before Tagliabue.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I remember.
yeah, and you know him and Al Davis used to fight all the time. You know that was that whole thing about
they were
was going back.
homies.
Yeah,
It was just competitive fighting, like with them. They didn't hate each other. It was just, Al Davis was the businessman. He wasn't going to let his business be. You know, he was going to stand on business all the damn time. So
shout out to Al
even
Davis.
if we was homies, he wasn't going to let that. Anything that messed up with the Raiders, he was not.
Yeah. So we got here the Mets and the Brewers. Baseball is in the postseason. We're definitely enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I'm glad y'all guys are enjoying it. And like I said, the Mets and the Braves, excuse me, the Mets and the Brewers are in the top of the fifth. There's no score, man. Let's move on to college football.
Hey, can I fix baseball, brother?
Oh, what did you have?
Can I do my fix of baseball?
Oh, go ahead, fix baseball. Well, you was the one that had the rain. You had the rain. You had the rain cloud, but go ahead.
Well, now I'm gonna fix baseball right now.
Okay.
Right? So me, Mike in the 3-piece suit, Kevin 3-piece suit, D. We'll let you do a leisure suit because we go up to baseball offices in New York,
in Park Avenue. Okay.
Park Avenue, and we say, listen, man, if you want to fix this sport, take back some of the calendar. What you do is you make sure your season ends by the 28th of August. Cut out how many games you got to cut out. Do whatever you need to do. You got to have your playoffs and everything by the end of August. Because the end of August is when college football starts. If you do that, you will have July and August all to yourself. You'll be the biggest thing going. Right? And during the season, you'll have the USFL like you got them now. It don't really matter, right? What you got to do is get rid of some of those games. You got to pull back to, maybe what?
142?
142, 132. Right? Scarcity always brings value. The less games you have, the more valuable the games are. So you don't have as many four-game series. And that's probably mathematically the easiest way to do it. You just cut out the 4-game series. Now, of course, I know this will not happen because the owners own the stadium. And for them to make their billions, they need those stadiums to be open. But I contend that though you may have less games, if the games are more valuable, you'll have more people at the less games. So when you look at a baseball game now in the middle of August, and there are 5 people there, you won't see that no more. You look at a Cincinnati game and it'll be packed out. Why? Because there's only 122 games.
Well, Cincinnati got to spend some more money though.
Yeah. Well, whoever.
That's another fixed baseball segment. Go ahead.
Captain, come on, we doing a presentation, dog.
Sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, owner from Cincinnati. But the reality is that you would have more people at games. You have less games. You get part of the calendar back just for you. You can have a championship, and you can have it at the end of the summer. The Summer Classic, which is what baseball is called, and you can be done. Let football have their time. You get your money, you put your money in your bag, and you bounce. Because you lose the money just trying to compete.
So you're saying, like, the end of the season be around August, and then
no. I mean, everything be done by the end of August. All things finished by the end of August.
You cutting a whole month off the season?
Yes,
a whole month.
You have to. There's no way you can survive. You're barely surviving now. There's no way you can survive if you keep it up the way it is.
I don't know, D.
That's scarcity, man. Scarcity, brother. You got to get rid of games.
Are they going to scale back these contracts as well?
They're going to have to. That's what this is about. This is all about a business. So the owners don't get paid as much. The players don't. I'm not saying this would ever work. And I'm not saying anyone would ever even agree to it. But I'm telling you that it would work. I'm not saying one would agree to it, but I know it would work. You know, because of everything else in life, when you cut back the amount of what you have left, it's worth more.
Falcons in the red zone.
I
That's
I
what
would
inflation is.
I would say this. I would say my proposal to fix baseball. Finish, cut 20 games off. Right, we got 162, make it 142. End of the season is end of August, beginning of September, and then you have your playoffs, your wild card, your divisional series, your league championship series, and the World Series,
You're still
wrapping up
competing at the same
around the 1st of October. Voila.
But you're still competing with football.
What you're
You're not. You're not. If you have everything in at the end of August, you're not competing with football. Not college or pro.
Well, but also take into account, and I know we're going down a rabbit hole here. You know, the networks got to big up baseball too. They don't do that.
I understand, but this is my plan. What my plan does, it takes them out of the equation because you don't know what the hell they're going to do, right? But you do have your TV contract already, right? So you don't know what the hell they're going to do. But what I'm saying is, just for baseball, for the sake of baseball, what can we do to make things better for our game, right?
Let them take steroids again.
Well, that's true. I agree with you, Mike. But that would be your job on the low to just work around to the dugouts and drop this package off.
Why does it have to be Mike doing that?
Don't worry, because Mike is low with his stuff, and that's why Mike does it. Because Mike's not going to make a scene. Mike got young dudes that he could just send up in there with steroids all day. But I
don't know anything about the steroid business, but they need to let them take steroids.
No, Mike is just good with mail. He just delivers help with the mail.
Move the mail.
Yes. My point is this. Now, in all reality, scarcity brings value. Baseball has to scale back their season. They have to cut games, and they have to get back a part of the calendar that they lost. Right now, baseball owns no part of the calendar. If they brought it back so they can have their championship World Series sometime at the end of August and be done with it, playoffs from the middle of July all the way through, that means you probably cut off about 20 regular season games, and a lot of those games would just be games in 4-game series. Right? They already cut off the doubleheaders. They're already gone. Right? You get rid of some of the 4-game series, right? And I'm not saying, I love the game, but if you want baseball to live, each game has to be worth more. We can no longer be watching games in the summer on TV where there's 10 people in the stands, right? The way that changes is you have less games. So the tickets that are left, the games that are left, more people go to. That's all. And again, like I said, because we always heard this, Kevin, it's who owns the calendar. Football. And they've been doing it on a steady basis. They make the draft a TV show. They make the combine a TV show. They're trying to take every goddamn minute of the season, of the year, away and make it all football.
Well, I'll push back on that. And baseball has to do something too. They gotta, do some marketing and do some kind of
I'm not disagreeing with you, but save that information, right? Because again, we had times where we talked about this, Kevin, and we're going to get off this topic, but we've discussed this where Felix would say stuff about Mike Trout. There's some dudes that ain't good with that commercial shit. He's the best player in the game and wouldn't do a commercial because he ain't with it. He don't like doing it. Right? So you can't, not everybody is LeBron James. They want to be all over the videos, all up in the videos,
Oh, God.
True indeed.
Not everybody does that, man.
They should have made him.
Hey, what?
Make them.
Yeah, no, I agree, Mike. I agree.
Listen,
I agree.
You don't gotta be face first in the camera, but we could do something when you talking about. I don't want to do a commercial, and they shooting a commercial the whole time. They've done stuff like that. Just make it easy.
Yeah. I don't think, do something. You know what, Mike? I think you're right. I don't think that he didn't do any. he was just really not with that. You know what I'm saying? But they don't do it anyone, right? So how many nationwide national Mookie Betts commercials do you see? He's nice.
He should have commercials. He got a podcast. They got a snowball. MLB don't do a good job of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
exactly.
Right.
Taking what they got because they got stars. You got people that people know.
That's
you know how much people love seeing Shohei with his dog on Instagram and Bleacher Report. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, that's the ball on a New Balance commercial, which is wow. Yeah, New Balance.
Let me Jordan, so let me give you some statistics on MLB attendance for 2024. The Dodgers, they had 3 million. They had close to 4 million people in the ballpark this year. 3,941,000. The Yankees had 3,300,000. Hold on, bro. Let me finish. You had the Phillies. I'm just going by what's Phillies. They had 3 million plus. The Cubs, 2 million, almost 3 million plus. The Giants, 2.5 million plus. San Diego had 3 million plus. Atlanta, 3 million plus that came to the ballpark. The Pirates, 1 million plus. We know why they don't spend money there. But they don't spend money there.
But those are the guys we're talking about. We're not talking about the top. The top tier teams that you talk about are always going to have people.
All right. So you got Arizona, they get almost 3 million people. The Mets, 2.5 million people. Texas, 2.5 million. They got a new stadium. Oakland, only 922,000. We know the reason why, because we had a slumlord. The Rays are 1 million, almost 1.5 million people in a bad stadium situation. The Reds, 2 million people. St. Louis, they had an off year, almost 3 million people. Baltimore, 2.5 million people. Boston, 2.5 million people. The Marlins, they 1 million plus. And so, I mean,
like I said,
they're drawing people.
They're not drawing people like that.
I think that would be a little bit too radical.
I don't think that's yes, and I think those are good numbers, and I love baseball. But I'm still saying with those numbers, take away the Yankees, the stalwart teams in MLB, right? They have real strong fan bases, right? I've looked at, and we can all say, we could go on YouTube today and look at games, August 3rd, 2024, and look at the stands. And people wouldn't be there. I'm not saying that they don't go to see Yankees games. But what I'm saying is, if you want to, because what my fix is not for the Yankees. My fix is for baseball. So if you want all people to be at games and more games, then you cut the amount of games played, and then the tickets that are available become more valuable. And the owners will make their money back anyway. Because instead of having some weeks when there's nobody going to the games, all your games will be sold out. That's all.
Let me get Ryan in here. Ryan, what's up, my brother? How are you tonight, man?
Hey, how you doing, fellas?
Hey, what's up, Ralph?
Good, man. I had some difficulties. Can y'all hear me good now? Is it everything?
Yeah, okay? Yes, sir. We're good, man.
We can definitely hear you good, because I want your thoughts on this. And before we get to the other stuff, DA had he wants to fix baseball. All right, and
what's wrong with it?
I knew that was coming.
Trash cans. That's what's wrong with it.
Oh, come on, trash cans.
We're not. No, Ryan. No, don't mind them.
Don't go down there. Don't go down that path.
There's trash cans in the dugout.
Ryan, don't let them take you down the path. All
right. One in the locker and one in the hallway. That's it. So there's 7 in the dugout.
Taking them out now. We got the garbage.
I'm good.
All right, I'm on your team, Ryan. I'm on your team tonight.
Okay, sanitation. Houston sanitation department.
DA's proposal is to have MLB go from late March, and let it end in August. Like everything end in August. Cut off like 40, 50 games.
And not 40, 50 games.
No. What are we doing?
40, 50 games.
Cut off games?
Yeah, you got to cut games back though.
No, you don't, man.
You do.
Why you do? Really they're making money.
They're always going to make money, Ryan.
Exactly.
Money.
So what? So then what are we?
What I'm saying.
But your bottom line is always let's make money. That's
no, you're right. But I'm telling you, you're right. And I've always said, Kevin, people say baseball don't make money, and I said you're lying, because every MLB team has a minor league team, 3 of them, and an international team. So
I just the attendance.
They all do. We're talking about popularity in this country and attendance. That's what this fix is for. It's not for money because billionaires are billionaires are billionaires.
Yeah,
they're going to stay billionaires.
Well, but there's one thing that billionaires love is more money.
Oh no, listen,
to.
I'm not taking away their money.
Yes, you are. If you're taking away games, you're taking away money.
I'm not.
Yes.
Listen, man. Listen. This is what I'm saying.
In my opinion.
This is what I explained to them was that a net, right? You have less games, but each game now is worth more. Tickets cost more, and you'll have more people at the games. Instead of having those games in the summer that are halfway full in your stadium, you'll have no more of those.
Wait, you said tickets gonna listen. You said tickets to cost more?
Yeah, you listen. If you have less games, you can raise the price of tickets. It doesn't.
Then nobody's gonna go.
No, that's not it. Because they go now.
You're gonna raise the price of the.
No, but
that's the struggle for the middle class now.
Winning teams.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Kamala. But winning teams, right? Raise and losing teams.
You're gonna get fined.
Raise the price of tickets now every year, and they'll just say it's inflation. Like nobody's tickets for any stadium, and I looked. If you look at 2024, 2023, is the same price that you were paying in 2021, 2022.
Oh, I get it.
What I'm saying to you is that you'll not only raise the price, but if say there's just 6 of us here, right? And a stadium holds 3 or 4 people, right? I'm just trying to do ratios. So, and okay, so there's 10 games a week. Now it gets cut down to 7 games a week. Those 7 games are now worth more than they were before. Because it's not 10 games, it's only 7. And we still want to go see the games, right? With that being said, now folks are going to pay a little bit more money to go. Right?
Are you sure about that?
Well, this is what happens. This is just economics, right? So if people don't go, then they wasn't going to go anyway, and there's nothing you can do. That's part 1. But part 2 saying, right? If that happens, now you don't have stadiums that are 3/4 full or half full on the Tuesday game, a sold out game.
Yeah.
Why? Because you don't have 162 games, you got 142 games. You know, I've always said the reason why football is king is very simple. You only got 17 games. Every game counts for a whole fucking lot.
I mean, it's a different kind of sport.
No. I'm just talking about the math. Just think about the math. Just think about the fact that only because there's 17 weeks, it becomes more important. Each game becomes more important. Like in college football, back in the days, you lose that. You only got 12 games. You lose that first game. Oh shit, we out of it. We can't win.
All right.
Because the games are worth that much more.
Miss those days.
I'm not saying taking it down to no games. I'm just saying,
I know we got
some games. That's
right. But you might make good points about the economics of it and all. I disagree. I think owners would never ask for less games. There's one thing about the sport of baseball, and they are very heavily involved with stats. Stats is what drives baseball. Home run records. You know what I'm saying? So if you reduce the games in the regular season, now the stats are unbalanced. They'll never do that, because that's one thing about baseball is they honor their stats. They want the home run records. They want the Cy Youngs and the stolen bases, and if any
I agree with you, but like I said, if you want to fix it, some things, you want to make an omelet. You want to make an omelet, you got to break a few eggs.
But let me ask you something. You think reducing it to 20 games is going to fix it to make them catch football? Like, what are we doing?
No. I'm not saying catch
but
football.
What's broken is what I'm asking.
What's broken is that we're in the middle of primetime baseball season in my world, Kevin's world, when we grew up.
Yeah.
And they don't even lead on any show. Fox, this, that. And I understand it's TV, right? And the real fans are going to get with it. But what I'm telling you is that there's a way to win it. You just have to take your part of the 12-month calendar and make it yours. Sometimes you can't fight City Hall. Remember, football, where it's at now, when me and Kev grew up, there was no football being played. They were on their own.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball was baseball.
I wish they didn't play on Thursday.
So, and as far as the
race for October, all that's gone. I don't know, man.
Yeah, but like I say, as long as you can have the excitement and the players, you're going to lose some. But how many games? It hasn't always been 162 games.
Yeah, it used to be 151, I believe.
Yeah.
Then they increased it when they got more teams. I want to say during the extension of 1968 when the Padres, the Expos, and the Kansas City Royals came, and the Seattle Pilots. If I believe so. So
yeah, the Pilots, and no one screamed and yelled about the records.
Well,
but it's cool.
Baseball always screams about the records.
To your point, you're right. So to that point, Ryan is going to scream anyway, right? You're going to they screamed about having the extra base runner, right? Or having the clock.
Yeah, I don't like that either. They need to take that out.
Yeah, so whenever
you want to save baseball, do that first.
People aren't good with change. So, like we said with football, me and Kevin said this years ago. This is why football wins, man.
Well, okay, so
football trash now too.
So basically what you're saying is let's finish the baseball playoffs before football starts.
Just about.
Basically.
I'll give you the middle of September at most.
Okay.
So you only have to fight with basically college football. That's it.
Then just
and that's still once a week. You're not really gonna fight college football.
Then just start the schedule. Let's just start the schedule earlier. Start the regular season earlier if that's the case. But I don't think removing games is the
reason.
That's gonna be a problem too if you started earlier because it's too cold.
I do the 12-month calendar thing, and me and Kev, we did this because we were mad at basketball. Now they started trying to take over too many months of the season by having the NBA playoffs when we were young didn't end in June or July, whenever the fuck they're done. They had been done.
Well, that's because they added more playoff stuff. Remember, the first round used to be 5 games.
Yes. Yeah. So again, there are things that have been done to change it, to sway it. And I can just tell you now, I know that, Ryan, what I'm saying, let's keep this caveat, all right? And we can go on to the next topic. Is that I know that the owners would never agree to this. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But what I'm saying is I believe it would help them both ways.
They need to make the women first round 5 games.
So,
go ahead,
so you're when you say fix baseball, you're meaning say fix it so they can be the first lead on a sports show because
they could just be more popular
football,
without losing money. More popular without losing any money.
They're gonna lose money still.
No, how would they lose money?
If you're cutting games, you're gonna lose money. That's just
why?
What do you mean why?
Why? I just explained to you why you wouldn't. So the 20 games
you want to raise the price to the
I don't
fans,
want to raise the price. I don't have to raise the price. The price will raise because the game will be more popular. There's less of them, so they become more valuable. And 2, you'll have more people going to the games, and you won't have half-filled stadiums.
So you think 160? You think 160 games versus 140 games is going to make a big difference?
No, but what it'll make a difference is the calendar and the eyes on the game. Because if there's nothing else to watch in the August and the World Series on, you'll watch that. That's all.
I think I'll say this: baseball is traditional, and for you to have the World Series in August, DA, I don't think that'll work.
I agree with you in that. I'm a traditionalist, but what I'm saying to you is, you want to fix shit, you gotta change it. That's the problem with people, man. You can't make moves till you make moves, man. You sit there talking about shit and not doing it, nothing's gonna change.
But you're talking about fixing something that they don't think is broken. They're still making a boatload of money.
No. I understand what you're saying. Maybe they don't think it's broken, but I think it's broken.
Oh,
that's fine. Maybe they don't.
When's the last time you went to a game and bought a ticket?
I think I went this year now to go see the White Sox team.
One time
in Charlotte. Shit, man.
He went to the AAA game.
I don't have a regular team. I would go. I just have a AAA team. So that's what
you know who they're worried about? They're worried about season ticket holders, man. They ain't worried about.
You know
what I'm
saying? Yo, we must move on. This is a funny segment.
I went to 2-3, but that's all I got.
He said he see the Charlotte Knights.
That's all I got. I got nothing else. So.
Yo, man.
Oh my God.
You 4 hours from the Braves and 5 hours from the Nationals, bro.
Yeah, what the fuck you say? How many hours?
I feel him. I want to see the Knights too. Listen,
what the fuck? I'm driving 5 hours to watch a game.
Yeah, no, I want to see the Braves.
It's baseball. I'm going to the Charlotte Knights, dog.
Yeah, I'm driving 5 hours to watch a game. I can watch.
Them games is nice.
Oh my
Listen,
God!
You want to know why the White Sox so bad? Go to one of them games.
Yeah, boy.
Ain't nobody on that team got no power. None of them pitchers got no heat.
It's like they play wiffle ball.
They might as well go to Double-A. They're gonna have to switch the roster around.
Hold on, real quick, Kev. The Charlotte Knights facility is very nice. It's a very nice atmosphere. So
the atmosphere is wonderful. Yeah,
it's very nice stadium. So shout out to the Charlotte Knights.
Real talk.
If you sell an atmosphere, it's A1. But if you sell a baseball,
AC3.
True that, Mike. True that.
Let us
I was
move
working at Wells Fargo. I would go there after work rather than get on 77.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
I would go to the game.
Shoot, the game $17. You right. You burn more in gas and traffic.
I'd go. Instead of getting on 77, I would leave Wells Fargo, 6 World Tryon, walk down the street, get me a ticket, and go sit and watch the game.
Parking is more than the game. If you catch it when the game started.
I did it for a whole summer, man. Like I had to see at least 35 games that year. So, and that's when the White Sox was coming on that year. So that was a few years back.
All right, we must
see it. So let's go.
Wrap up and go to.
Hey, there's no games in college. There's only one game.
Well, you talked the whole baseball segment, so you gotta let me explain why there's no game. So, UCLA and Penn State. Who's playing tomorrow? Michigan, Oregon.
Syracuse and UNLV should be a good game.
That's gonna be a good game.
That's tomorrow in at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. SMNU versus Louisville.
Missouri. That might be a good game too. They're not bad. They're about
coming on. Yes.
Yeah, I think they're about the same level of play.
Mm-hmm.
Oregon next week plays Ohio State. That should be a good game.
Got you. You got Missouri versus Texas A&M.
They're going to beat the hell out of them.
Indiana versus Northwestern. No.
Indiana's good, but Northwestern is not.
No, Northwestern's awful. Brand new nice little stadium, of course, in Chicago. Ole Miss versus South Carolina. Ohio.
I think the Ole Miss South Carolina game could be a okay game, man. Ole Miss got beat up last week
because Ole Miss lost last week.
Yeah, they got beat last week, but South Carolina got a real good quarterback, man. 4 eyes.
Yeah, but the rest of their team is
Yeah.
This is the top for Iowa versus Ohio State. You got that's 3:30. Auburn versus Georgia. That doesn't really have.
Now Auburn's not a bad team. Like
and that's a rivalry game too, man.
They're gonna put some. They're gonna put the dudes in the
They'll
NFL.
always compete.
They just don't have enough, so they may start out. And remember, Georgia lost last week, so
And Auburn always kind of compete. I don't think.
No, they're going to compete.
That's a rivalry game.
It's never a dull game. But go ahead, Kat.
Alabama versus Vanderbilt. Utah.
Books versus no books.
Yeah.
AAA.
Shout out to Vanderbilt University in Nashville, man.
Sorry, man, but it is what it is.
You went there too?
No, I didn't go there, but I went there for class, man. Utah. No, I went there for class.
Went to Purdue. You went to Purdue.
I went to Purdue. Went to Purdue, but y'all know what I mean. Utah State versus Boise State. Clemson versus Florida State.
Utah State, Boise State.
That might
Boise
be good.
State's good. They're the number one power out of 5, not power 5, the other 5, whatever the hell they are. they're the number one team out there is Boise State. So yeah.
All right. Clemson versus Florida State. Ryan, you're gonna win this game?
Do that,
man. Nah, man. It's a wrap.
Baylor versus Iowa State.
Nope.
Damn, Ryan, you sound defeated on that one, Ryan.
Oh, defeated, bro.
Dabo finna say,
hey, well, they
all
might
types
win.
of blitz.
They might win because the quarterback might from the transfer.
Yeah, they say he's hurt, right? They changed the quarterback. Yeah, I read that.
Yeah, so maybe a lot of spark.
Yeah,
that boy ain't hurt.
Yeah. Probably not.
The DJ in the portal. And ain't
They
nobody
put him on the bench for his own good. Listen, man, use another one. They're gonna get you. We can't protect you no more.
Yeah,
Baylor versus Iowa State, USC versus Minnesota, Tennessee versus Arkansas. Michigan travels to Washington to play Washington, and the University of Miami travels to Cal to play.
That's gonna be a good game.
I think so too. Yes, I like that, and that's the top.
Cal is pretty good, but they're not great. I think they'll lose. Michigan they throw the ball like 5 times a game. Like they go back to 1980s Nebraska. Oklahoma, like they may as well just run the option. So, they're going to just bludgeon Washington. So the evening time, you can go out with your wife, guys. Like,
hey man, ain't nothing wrong with that good old halfback dive and that play action rollout.
Oh no, that's all Michigan.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. You got to hit the tight end, hit that check down.
Oh yeah, until they figure out that quarterback situation, that's what it's going to be. So
okay.
But next week's going to be a lot better week. So
I think so too for week 7. So we'll move on from college football. We'll, like you said, we always talk about the NFL on the Blitz. I hope all you guys made all your picks. Who's leading the pool?
Probably Dan.
I think it's still Dan by a game.
Dan is leading the pool. The hockey dude is leading the
I made a big comeback last week, boy.
Oh, bro, you made some
very
very dangerous picks. I called. I said, man,
very dangerous. He was living on. I was like, stop it, Ryan.
Living on the edge.
I picked 3 teams that I'm the only one that picked.
You sure did.
Tampa.
Yes.
Oh gosh, damn, I forgot already.
Tampa
But it was
You the only one that picked Tampa?
Yeah,
he's the only one that picked him. Mm-hmm. So. Shout out to Ryan. Because like I said,
me and Ryan's tied to be.
Yeah.
For you
I
and
know
Ryan,
I'm the last. I missed a week.
Yeah, me too. I didn't even pick last week.
So let us go to the WNBA. I saved 2 stories for Ryan. He probably knows what it's about. We'll talk about the games, but there's 2 stories I want to talk about: the ratings and also Caitlin Clark getting the Rookie of the Year. So let me just read this article here and see what Ryan has to say about the ratings here. And this is from Barstool Sports from Karim. And he says this, if I can see it, it's a slower Wednesday here at Barstool Sports. He's saying that there's nothing on television unless you care about playoff baseball. Nothing is going on except all Bank of America accounts showing 0. And checking Twitter, there's a new season of some show called The Circle that's trending. All right. And I know everyone here loves the WNBA and clicking into anything women's basketball related. So let's take a trip down the TV ratings lane on how the playoffs have been since Caitlin Clark and the Fever were eliminated. I consider myself a ball knower. This is what he says, as people would say, and there was zero shock to me that the ratings have been in extreme decline. We got a WNBA finals.
Yeah, sorry.
We got a WNBA finals rematch in the semifinals right now between the 2-time defending champion Aces and Liberty. And surprise, no one is watching. I love to see it good. This post has been deleted. And what is the objectively a horrible take on the Old Bird app? Poetic Justice, he says all this. However, have we ever seen a sport where one player means that much to a viewership? I don't think it's crazy to say we haven't. He says the only answer here might be that we need to bring back rigging in sports. He talks a bunch of other stuff, but I'll pass it along to Ryan. Ryan, what's your thoughts?
Everybody knew that was going to happen. Like, I sat here and gave credit to Caitlin that she bought the casual fans and brought her with you, and then she got knocked out and then they left. I mean, it was going to be Captain Obvious. We all knew this was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
I mean,
to me, that's not news. That's not any news. That's not news. So I mean, we all knew it was gonna happen. We all were saying it throughout the whole year. Oh, what's gonna happen if Caitlyn got hurt? Well, the ratings are gonna drop. What happened if you don't make the playoffs? Well, the ratings are gonna drop. What happens if she gets knocked out? Well, the ratings are gonna drop. We knew this.
Well,
like what?
yeah, we knew it, but I think it might be something though because we.
I know
something. She brings the casual face to the game.
Well, no, hold on, but you guys been telling me how good these other players are, so we brought
they are good.
Okay, then why can't they do the draw?
I'm a quick hole in this argument.
You really want to?
Don't let people watch the finals when LeBron don't play.
What? I'm not asking a question that's not, why can't they hold their own then? What's the problem? If you telling me they so good, what's the problem?
Man, I don't listen. I'm not trying to get into the
less people watch the
it's racial.
The NBA finals drop too.
Bro.
It's racial. What do you mean?
Racial?
Yes.
Oh.
You have the great white hope.
Rachel.
It's
Rachel.
Racial. It's racial. We all knew it was gonna happen. Come on, man.
Mills, go ahead. Let me get my.
We see it in college with her.
I wasn't going there with that. I'm going to go with what I said.
No, because you guys are
partially it's that.
You guys are.
No, I agree with you. Like, of course it's going to drop.
Where's our fans?
I don't know no damn Rachel.
Where's the fans at then? Where's the people?
Listen, D-Dubs, you asked me a question, right?
I'm cool. Yo, I'm cool with you. That's your opinion. I'm not mad at you. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying, but that's what it is. You don't think Asia Wilson is good?
Who is
you don't think Stewie's good?
You heard me on the show say Asia Wilson is good, and she should be there. She's the MVP. I know this.
Right.
I'm just saying. Why? What's the problem? Why is it not draw? What's the draw? What's the problem?
Who is Rachel? I'm sorry.
The draw, bro. We saw it in college.
Okay.
She brings a certain type of fan base to the game.
Okay, good.
Period.
Right.
That's all it is.
So then, why are we so mad at the girl that brings the? We were so mad. Y'all know, you know what I'm talking about. Now I'm gonna go back at you. Don't do this, Ryan. You know what I'm talking about. They were so mad at this girl, the person that's bringing the eyes on and try to take her out and try to all this old foolishness.
With
and
we
know what we're talking
Rachel.
about.
Competing with
the ER with Rachel.
Competing with
her. Ryan, stop. It wasn't. Come on, bro.
Dude, there was two flagrant fouls on her. So they're trying to take her out the game.
They can put her in the ER.
I mean, come on, man. Because if you didn't compete with the girl, you would have said, "Oh, the league is so soft."
No, I actually love the competition. However, y'all, the girls are the problem. The dramatics, drama.
Which girl, Rachel?
Don't want the girl in there, but this girl's bringing the people with her. Dude, and then y'all hated on the girl for bringing the people in with her. Y'all hated on the girl for bringing the people with her. Am I correct?
No,
Rachel.
You hate competing against a girl is not hating.
Y'all hated on the girl, bro. Stop it.
Say, yo, man, shame on it. Tried to run game on her.
I mean,
and then they mad. She flying on private jets. Now y'all still mad.
No, that was already in the works.
It wasn't coming fast enough. Y'all knew, and you know it. It wasn't coming fast enough.
Bro.
It came instantly. Man. It came instantly as soon as she got there.
Listen, nobody in the WNBA was going to say, "Oh, we don't like that she's bringing eyes to the game." Nobody ever said that, ever. Nobody said, "Oh, we don't like the eyes that she brought the popularity to the game." All right, is there jealousy there? Yeah, there's jealousy there. So what? That's in everything.
Is that racial? The jealousy?
There's some components to that. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Asia Wilson just got.
I just want to know if it's racial on both sides.
Bro, there's yes.
Okay, I'm cool.
I'm
good.
That's why.
I just want to make sure that we understand that what's going on here.
That's why we had the whole Bird and Magic and Angel Reese and Caitlyn and Black and White. So that's what it is. Okay. We all knew. We all knew what Caitlyn brought to the table. We all knew because we saw it in college. We know what time it was.
Okay.
Now
We know what time it was. So to people to be like, oh my God, shocked now that the ratings are dropped. Of course, we knew the ratings was gonna drop.
Now, for May fellas,
of course.
can the old man
yeah.
step in? And, someone
Go ahead, old man.
Listen,
Go ahead.
Man, you'll be cool, man. Me and Rachel was just talking about this shit. Right?
Rachel.
Rachel.
Hey,
Racial.
Hey,
Racial.
Hey, if they question us, just say I said Rachel, not racial.
Racial, not racial.
Hey,
Rachel.
hold on, baby. Hey, baby, be cool.
Listen.
Hey,
Nah.
hold on, Kevin. We need you to have some manners because me and Rachel put this math together. Right? What I'm saying.
Let me ask Ryan about. Go ahead.
This is the problem, though. Real quick, Kevin. Real talk.
Go ahead.
This is the problem with that shit, right? And it's is the problem. And I said at the beginning of the year that this is all new for the WNBA, right?
That's a fact.
The fame, the fortune, everything, right? Everything that's happening, right? And Kevin, I equate a lot of shit to street shit, right? So it's like a cat first starting to get money and showing out and doing things to keep getting that money because he's getting that money, right? So will the WNBA, and this is where the problem comes, especially with the betting and everything else that's going on in sports, will the WNBA do shit to ensure Caitlin sticks around? And for those that say it can't be done, I got a bridge in Brooklyn I can sell you. The refs can make so whatever they need to make so. Right? They can fix whatever they need to fix. I'm not saying this will happen, but what I'm saying to you is this an impetus for the league to say shit? Well, because they're losing the eyes, right? And they're seeing what the dip is now, right? And we don't know what the actual financial dip is of people not watching, advertisers, blah, blah, blah. Because those are the phone calls that'll go to the league office from the advertisers. Like, yo, listen, we can't, whatever brand it is that's been advertising all year on the Fever games, right? And then say, yo, listen, yo, we can't have this shit with her not being here because our people aren't, we're selling Fords here. Without Caitlin, we can't sell Fords with the WNBA. And don't think that. Don't, because that's a real business conversation that happens in every business. Don't believe it doesn't happen. I'm saying, what is the likelihood now? Because we're talking about a baby that had no money, right? So the WNBA is a child that's, just getting their feet, getting their money, getting, the airplane, the traveling, all that stuff they're getting now, right? And they don't want to lose it. Does that make the WNBA, and I'll say it, man, LeBron James the league, where you're shoehorning this dude into everything, no fouls here, flopping, it's all good, and this, that, the third, letting them walk. I mean, a lot of dudes, but I'm just using him because I don't particularly like him. But they let things happen in the league so that he, like you said, Ryan, so he can go as far as possible within the NBA playoff, because, like you said, that's going to keep casual fans watching, right? So does that mean that the WNBA runs those same types of shenanigans for her? And I think it's a real conversation. So if people don't think it is, it's fine. But, money is money, man.
Yeah.
Money is money.
But she's a rookie that went to one of the worst teams and they made the playoffs.
Yeah,
so,
I understand what you're saying.
So,
I'm not disagreeing with that. But
right,
it's like you just said, we all knew that when she was not going to play, and whenever she got knocked out, we all knew the numbers were going to go there.
Of course. Right. We all knew that.
I'm not discounting what you're saying.
But,
I agree with you, sir. But what I'm saying is how you course correct that so it doesn't happen to you next year. That's all.
They have to win. What do you mean? It's a game.
Yo, listen. All right,
I'm done.
I'm done. I love you, Ryan, but I'm done. I will tell you up front, Dorian is the one that will tell you that this shit is fixed. So for me, I'm not the one to say that it's a game because I played it when it was a game. This shit is fixed. dog, and it's a monetary thing going on, especially with the betting thing happening.
So LeBron got knocked out in the first round. Was it fixed?
No, but they would have liked to have him in the second round. They did everything they could to get him into the second round.
I understand it, but Caitlin has to win.
I understand that, but
can't she get some help down the line with favorable whistles or this or that? Yes, they can do that. Okay. But you want to fix the game?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but that's because listen, Brian, I watched the Lakers when they lost, and the NBA was not trying to have them lose. You know,
but they
it's
lost.
So funny. They did lose. I'm just saying, but that is the truth. There are so many memes
because you can only fix it to a certain extent. And to so much, until people realize that you're fixing the games, then you really got a problem.
Well, guess what? Ryan? And we really got a problem in the NFL right now. Because there are more memes about the shit that happens for Kansas City in games than anything else about football. Because people are seeing shit like, yo, what?
And on Saturday, we have a new podcast coming out with this. It's called The Tinfoil by Dorian Albritton. Because me and Dorian go back and forth because I be like, D, it takes a lot to be fixing stuff, especially in football.
Not really. One BS pass interference, and the game is turned.
Listen, I'm not saying it ain't hard to fix it, but if you got the right guy, oops, I didn't see that pass interference. Oh no, I didn't see that late quarterback hit. Well, it's not like some of this stuff ain't blatant because some of this stuff be crazy on TV.
Well, the minute that it's like Ryan said that we think it's not on the up and up, that's a problem. And then
exactly, Kev. A blown call is something different than what y'all saying.
Not if it plays into the greater plan.
Not if it plays. No. No. If you look at the game that Kansas City won on Sunday night, last Sunday night game. No, the dude was in the air. Kansas City dude ran through his chest, and they called nothing. Just on the other two plays in front of that, Mahomes threw it up there. No one touched no one. Dude jumped up at the same time. Pass interference.
Yeah, and they also got the favorable call the weeks prior against
Buffalo. The Ravens. We won't watch it here live. Right. They had 4 false starts on the dude that didn't move. And then they showed Kansas City, and their right tackle was leaving 8 days before the play.
He was scooting. The ball wasn't even down yet. He was still moving.
I know where the line judge used to stand because he used to stand right behind me, right? Back in the days, behind the linebacker. So I know where he used to stand. Then they put him behind the quarterback, which is worse because the dude was backing up to you before the ball was snapped.
Yeah.
And they didn't call it. So those little things, when not saying all things are equal, but when teams are that good, professional teams, the Fever, like listen, they were not as good as some other teams in the league, but they're a professional team and they're good.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Right? And by the end of the year, by the time they got their stuff together, they were really good. So it's not that hard to kind of change things and move things around. A call here, a call there, a walk, a 3 seconds, calls that don't usually get called, man. 3 seconds. What? No one calls 3 seconds.
1-0 Brewers. Jake Bauer just hit a home run.
Yeah.
In the 6th. Let me just read it because we gotta wrap up here in a little bit. Let me just I didn't get a chance to just read the numbers, and I'll get Ryan and I'll get my spin on it. It says Sunday's Aces Liberty WNBA semifinal game averaged 929 viewers on ABC, up 27% from game 1 of last year of WNBA's finals between the same two teams, which aired in the same Sunday ABC time slot. Lewis wrote, New York wins, which peaked with about 1.2 million viewers, outdrew all 4 games of last year's final. So I will say this. Yes, some things have, the ratings have dropped. I think, and Ryan may agree, may not agree with me. I think they caught some momentum, in the grand scheme of things. They have caught some momentum with Caitlin Clark being there. Yeah,
a lot of momentum. A lot.
Okay, they caught some. I'm agreeing with you, bro. I'm just saying they caught
a lot of momentum.
Right. Yeah. And I'm just saying this, that, you know, those that are going to watch, just like baseball, those that are going to watch, they're going to watch it. Those that like the WNBA, they like it now. Like, you know, like I say, I'm back. I'm back watching it. I'm into it, and I'm going to be there and I'm going to watch it. So I'm going to give it to Ryan. We're going to talk about what's going on the court, or if you have something to say lastly on that, go ahead.
Yeah, and shout out to Caitlin Clark, you know, Rookie of the Year. Kia Rookie of the Year. She fell one vote short of unanimous. I thought she should have been. I thought she should have been unanimous. That's crazy. But
they don't say who. They never say who the person is, right? The writer, right?
No. Yeah. So you know, Angel Reese got a vote, and I wouldn't have been mad at it, but Angel got hurt and missed games, so that should, you know what I'm saying? So
at the end,
but. No, she missed. It was like 7 games left. So that's a lot of games in the WNBA, bro. 7 games is a lot of games. It's only 40 games.
Did she average a double-double?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
yeah, she did. No. I'm saying no. I mean, like, to me, I thought Caitlin should have been unanimous, but because of the injury, you know, so you know, that's just my opinion. You're right too. Listen, if you have a case, then you know she has a case. So I'm not mad that Caitlin didn't get unanimous MVP. I mean, excuse me, Rookie of the Year. I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? So no, I would have voted her unanimous, but you know, deserving. So you know, kudos to her. So let's see what happens, you know, next year with the Fever. But yeah, we're talking about the games tomorrow night, right? So tomorrow night. So you guys' Liberty, New York Liberty, can close out the Aces tomorrow in Las Vegas. Tomorrow night, I believe that game is at 10:30, I believe, or 9:30. One of the times. Yeah. So let's see here. What time is it?
I'll get you that.
Tomorrow. Yeah, it's at 9:30. And the Lynx and the Sun are tied 1-1, going to Connecticut, and and it's
7:30 tip.
At 7:30 tip. Yeah. So 2 playoff games tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Minnesota has to get this next game, man. Well, they got to get one of the two to bring it back to the game 5 in Minnesota. But it's gonna be a tall task for the Aces, man. The Liberty look like they're on a mission, and they look like they've learned from last year as well.
Last year.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, we all seen it in sports, man. You know, sometimes, you know, you lose a heartbreaker and you come back, man, and then you get over the hump. So
even with that first year with the Liberty thought that, you know, I remember last year you was talking about the Liberty look strong and they should win, and they end up getting knocked out. The Aces, you know, took care of business, knocked them out.
Right. In New York without 2 starters.
Yes.
So and like I said, and the Aces gave it to him, man. Like afterwards, I mean, it was trolling, it was trash talking. They gave it to him, man. So the Liberty looks focused. They look focused. Sabrina Ionescu she's playing.
Ionescu,
she is balling.
Fire. Yeah.
Balling. She's hitting every clutch shot. You know, Stewie is Stewie. Breanna Stewart is Breanna Stewart. So, and they just look like a well-oiled machine. And granted, the Aces on Tuesday had a chance to win. You know, they messed up the out of bounds play, and it was a turnover. So they were only down by 2. So the Aces could have got that game. Yes, but we always say, right? You know, what's the cliche? I know we don't do cliches in here, but they always say that the series doesn't start until the road team wins, right? So the Aces got to go and hold court, hold serve, get those two in Las Vegas, and all the pressure is now back on the Liberty because they're the number 1 seed. So and Connecticut and the Connecticut Sun and Minnesota Lynx, that's going to be a battle as well, man. Nafisa Collier still doing the Nafisa Collier things. Courtney Williams had a great second half in that game too, and got the win for the Lynx. But now Connecticut's going home, man. They have a good fan base there. Because remember, Connecticut, the Sun, they sold out the arena where the Boston Celtics play in. So they're going to be rocking tomorrow, man. So and the Sun, they've been so close the last 4 years, right? You know, they've been to the championship. They lost Game 5. You know, they've always been one of the most talented, solid teams. You know, they're gritty. They play defense. Man, getting Mabry, like we always talked about, was just a fantastic acquisition for them.
Yeah, that was a good move.
That was a great move by them. But like I said, I'm on record saying I think that the Lynx will win the championship. So we'll see what happens. But the Liberty looks good. Liberty look really good.
Go ahead.
Good. Hey, Ryan, I got a couple questions before we get on out of here. First off, when we got off the air on last Thursday, I think I got the word of Teresa Witherspoon getting out of here.
Yeah.
What is your thoughts? What do you think? What happened? Real quick.
I'm shocked.
That. Yeah.
I'm shocked by it because one, okay, throughout the whole season, remember, Camila Cardoso missed the start of the season. Mm-hmm. You know, their prize rookie. The number 3 pick.
Number 3, right.
Number 3 pick, yeah. So she missed the start of the season, and they were still playing. They were still playing great. She unlocked Chandy Carter and empowered Chandy Carter.
Yeah.
So now you got Chandy Carter playing well. So so Witherspoon kind of took her under a wing. A Hall of Fame guard from the New York Liberty team, and got her unlocked. They were playing great. They were always at the 6th seed, 6th, 7th. Like 7th, 8th. 8th seed always there. I mean, at one point they were doing better than the Fever. Then you make a trade. You trade Mabry. So now you're telling me you don't want to win right now. Mm-hmm. You just traded your best shooter. You know what I'm saying? And I know there was a clash between them. With the young players and Mabry and Mabry, because when Mabry got traded there in the first place to Chicago, that's when a lot of other players were there. So Kalia Copper was supposed to be there, but then she got traded to Phoenix, and then Mabry was like, okay, I'll try it out. But you can tell they just weren't on the same page. But you traded Mabry. What did you expect? And then Reese got hurt.
Right.
So I'm like,
do you think it's some type of the front office?
It's gotta be
had something that was there something behind the scenes that we don't know about, or we wasn't at liberty to to hear, or did you hear anything?
I didn't hear anything. It has to be because
because that came out of the blue. That just really shocked a lot of people.
Right, because you lose basically you lost 2 of your rookies during the regular season. Your Camilla and Angel, and then you traded your best player.
Right.
In Mabry.
Didn't make sense.
It just didn't make sense. So okay, they didn't make the playoffs. They started off bad. And then on top of that, Angel comes out and praises Teaspoon and how she was there. Like, okay, so you have one of your best players who's praising her.
Yeah.
And want her there. So
that wasn't a problem. Right. So it wasn't a coach and the star of the team.
Right. So the team wanted her gone. No.
Right. So there's something happened there, and I don't know if it's going to come out later, but I hope
it's got to come out later, man, because that was just crazy. I can understand the firing for the Atlanta Dreams coach. You know what I'm saying? Because this is her 3rd year. They're always getting knocked out in the first round. So I can understand that. But first year, and they were in the mix the whole season until you traded away their best player, and then 2 of their prize rookies, missed time. It just didn't make sense to me. And then Angel comes out and say how much she loves her.
Right.
Like
that was wild.
Dumbfounded, D-Dubs. Dumbfounded about that.
When was the last time the Sky won? They won the championship a couple years ago, right?
Yeah, like 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago. So it was a Sky one with Candace Parker, because Candace Parker, Mike Mills' wife. Candace Parker. Candace Parker went to Chicago, right? With Coach Wade, and they had a squad over there, man. So So they won the championship. And
3 years ago. It was 2021.
3 years ago. Yeah. So it was the Sky and then the Aces back to back. So yeah. So just man. Just I can't believe it, man. Because I just thought, and then I just thought she was good for the culture. You know what I'm saying? They were trying to be that gritty, grinding, rebounding team. And I don't know what happened there, man.
Yeah.
Who do they go after next? You think, in your opinion, as far as a coach, or which direction they want to go in?
I don't. You know. That's a good question, Kevin. Like, I haven't given it much thought, to be honest with you. But man, I don't. I really don't know.
Maybe Tanisha Wright. Tanisha Wright got fired by the Dream.
Could be. Or it could be the coach from the Sparks who got let go as well.
Yeah.
So there's one thing about the WNBA. They do kind of recircle. Recycle the coaches there. So we'll see, man. We'll see. So I'm kind of disappointed, man. Like, I like Teaspoon, man. I like her attitude. I take this back, Kevin. I did hear this that they didn't think that she was good with the X's and O's. Coming out of like timeouts and stuff. I did hear something like that she needs to text that her adjustments weren't good or something like to that effect. Yeah.
Well, that's something that could be fixed, and you could bring somebody, an assistant coach who do know X and O's and can help them out. Help her out. But
I was just gonna say Phil Jackson, right? He invited the triangle, but who was the man that was really on the sideline?
Tex Winners.
Yeah.
I wish they fired people in the real NBA for not knowing their X's and O's.
Mike Bills. I was about to say that.
Stop.
I was about to say that.
That's for you, Glenn.
But hey,
Tyronn Lue, you too.
Since we jumped into the NBA real quick, Ryan got my last question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I don't know if we got your thoughts on the trade with the Carl Anthony Towns. And what was your thoughts about that, real quick?
I thought it was a good trade for both teams, to be honest with you, because now I believe I'll get you. Cat is going to make them very versatile. Now you did lose some depth. I'll give you that.
Yes,
but I do believe that they wanted to give McBride more minutes.
He's going to get a lot of minutes.
They like the rookie. They like the rookie point guard. Kolek back.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You guys picked up Shamit, who can give you 3-point shooting.
Shamit.
And to be honest with you, man, like with Randall, he kind of, he's like I don't want to say he's a point forward, but he dribbles the air out the ball a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cat can pick and pop from three, fellas.
Tyler Kolek. That was
Tyler. They love that kid. Cat can pick and pop. Cat can pick and roll. Cat, and also too, the reason why I do think you guys did it is because of the lack of size. Now, say what you want. Randall does play physical, but he's 6'8". Can't teach height. You know what I'm saying? I know Cat doesn't play physical, but he averaged 1.5 blocks a game. So he's some sort of a rim protector when you lost Hartenstein, and now you have Mitchell Robinson, who's on the mend. You know what I'm saying? So it's just gonna give you so much versatility, man. You can go big. You can go now. Now you can go small. You can do everything with Cat there. Cat's gonna get to the line and hit a lot and hit a high percentage at the free throw line. I mean, 4 or 5 years ago when they had the executive poll and who you would start a team with, Cat was there. He was that. He's like, oh, I'm starting with Carl Anthony Towns. So and to piggyback on what I said about being good for both teams, I think Randall is gonna bring a dog mentality with to Minnesota with Ant, and they're gonna get shooting from the guard spot with DiVincenzo. So I thought it was a good trade for both teams, man. It just makes the Knicks more versatile. Like I said, you lost depth, but man, y'all starting 5 is nice, man. It's nice starting 5. Now I don't know who y'all starting at the 2 guard. Is it gonna be Hart?
I've heard a flip flop of that, Hart or what's his name, McBride.
Nah, McBride's coming off the bench.
Things coming off bench.
Yeah, I would think so. Because McBride starting McBride and Jalen, that's a small backcourt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So it'd be McBride coming off the bench or Hart.
Bridges.
Mikal's gonna play the 2?
Yeah.
And Hart the 3?
No, man. No.
Well, what's the starting lineup?
Gonna be Cat, Precious, OG, Mikal, and what's his name?
Brunson.
Now you can't start Precious because you lose even more size that you don't have, right?
Well, Precious is 6'10", right? 6'9".
Right.
Precious is 6. Yeah,
but
6,
who else they got to play big?
Precious is 6'8", bro.
Yeah, he's
but
6'8".
who else they got to play big? What you got?
Who else they got to play 4?
So you putting Cat to 4?
No, who else do you have?
Nah, you got to put Cat at 5.
Who else?
They were saying play OG up. He
plays out
or
anyway.
Hart up because Hart plays up.
Yeah, but I wouldn't play Hart up on the starters. They need him for the second 5. They need him for that second 5.
Bingo.
You know what?
I don't like this trade.
I could see that. I could see that, DA. That kind of makes some sense. And I mean, he can start the game, but your finishing lineup's probably going to be Cat at the 5.
Yeah, he was going to start. That's what I said. I got him starting at the 5 anyway.
Yeah.
Got at the 5. Precious, OG, Mikal, Brunson. Makes the most sense. Now the Knicks have to figure out and get help on the bench anyway, regardless of who they got. That has to happen because they don't have a lot of bench help. I think they got back. What's the dude's name yesterday? And Morris didn't want to come back.
Yeah.
So Morris said he didn't want. He was like, I'm good. I'm good. So
yeah, they just re-signed Chuma Okeke from Orlando.
Yeah, Chuma. That's it.
Yeah, Chuma.
He's not gonna get much minutes.
No, not well. They signed him, so if he cracks the lineup, if he's doing good in preseason, he might. But you're right. He's not gonna get a whole lot, but
nah.
But he's definitely a body.
You got Sims.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
that's
I argued about Sims last year, so
yeah.
But my point is real simple, man. At the end of the day, we talked about this. Coach Tibbs still has to do his job, play the right combinations, not burn his players out, and get to the finish line with whatever he has. They said they're probably going to move Mitchell Robinson before the season starts. So.
We had a poll question up before we get out of here.
Yeah, that's the word.
It's been up on the last couple of days. Who got the better of the trade? It's on our Sports Chasers community. We got 94 people vote already, and I think 42% are saying that the Timberwolves got the best of the trade. 36% are saying that the Knicks got the best, and 22% are saying that it's too early to tell.
Well, that's been the word on the street.
The word on the street is that
the Timberwolves got the best of the deal, but we gotta let it play out, man. So
Cat don't play no defense. You gave up your best shooter, and you gave up another one of your defenders. Like, stop it. Y'all acting like, why did the Timberwolves go get Gobert if Cat was so good? They went to go get him because he don't play no defense. And 3-4 years ago, it was still cute when he was like, he's still developing. Nah, we know what the hell he is now. Stop it. I don't know what's up with y'all. That was a Knicks panic move. Man, Richard Robinson ain't coming back. Now, I've seen them go get worse moves on the panic. I'm not going to act like it's the worst move they've ever done on the panic. But for a panic move, it was decent. But you never want to move in panic.
Yep.
Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah,
I liked it early in the year. They were saying Walker Kessler. Now, he played defense. He's not the best on offense, but you can make that work.
Yeah.
You're not going to teach Cat to be tough in the offseason. What you going to do, beat him up every day? Like, that shit's not going to happen.
Yo, man, you don't believe in him, huh?
He don't believe in him.
Yeah,
he
Michael
is the
right.
Yo, like Jimmy Butler said, Cat has the skill set to be the best player on that team, but he wasn't. Jimmy was the best player. Cat don't have that dog in him. You got ran off the floor against Dallas.
Yep.
You got ran off the floor against Gafford and PJ Washington. Now they're good starters.
Whoa.
Like, you know, they're starters, but they're not in your tier. You're supposed to be with Embiid and Jokic, but they don't mention you. They mentioned Bam before they mention you.
Well, he did play. Whoa. Let's take it easy. Slow down, bro.
They don't mention Bam before him?
He did play well against Denver, against Jokic, and he held his own, and he was doing his thing.
You played well with help. You played well. You got another center.
We all need help.
Not another center. You go get a back in the day. What did they do? You go get a tough four to play next to the center. You don't go get another center.
Mike, it's too early. It's too early.
All right, y'all gonna see.
No, believe me.
All right,
let's slow
when
down.
That rim looking real sweet, y'all gonna see, man.
Yeah, I'm running with Mike on this one.
Okay, D, stop. D, come on, man. You gotta give the man a chance.
No, man.
All right, just like y'all said about Fizdale, you gotta give Fizdale a chance.
He back with his coach. Coach is gonna get him to play some defense.
No, dog. That's what I'm telling you.
They were not in the playoffs until they went and got Jimmy.
That's exactly what Michael is saying. When
y'all keep on talking about Jimmy. Jimmy ain't done nothing. All right.
Yo, listen.
Jimmy took a bad team kicking and scratching to the finals.
Yo, so did Allen Iverson.
And he my bad. Jimmy did it twice. I'm sorry. My bad.
And got nothing out of it. It got nothing out of it.
So Iverson, if we doing that game shit, what we doing?
They got nothing out of it.
Yeah, but neither the Cat. So this is
you
reality.
didn't have a center. You had to do something.
No. Listen, you didn't know what you had because Mitchell Robinson was hurt and he's coming back.
He ain't coming back to January, dog.
You still got Jericho Sims.
Yeah, man. You got
look how that worked out.
Can limit the damage.
You got a coach, man.
You got a coach.
You got a coach, man.
What are you getting these players for if you're not developing? You go get more guards. Now I like Kolek, but I'm not trading DiVincenzo to give Kolek more minutes. Listen,
I think
G League will come back and get you later.
I think the angry one said it best when we talked about the Knicks on Saturday. We did a little Knicks special. Check it out. That's why we had the other guys talking. He said it best. He says, doesn't make a difference if you have 13 people on it. Are you gonna play them? And I think that's what most Knicks fans problems are with Coach Tibbs. Does he change his philosophy? We don't know. The start of the season is going to be starting here pretty soon. I think preseason starting this weekend. I think, Ryan, am I right?
Yeah, the first game is tomorrow.
Yeah, preseason starting this weekend.
What is it, Abu Dhabi?
Yeah.
So they're playing preseason games. Like I said, this time of the year is a great time of the year because all the sports are going on. And we added the fifth sport, the WNBA, man. So I'm glad it's here. Is watching great spirited conversation tonight between all the guys. I appreciate all of y'all, man. This has been good. We got Ryan in to get his thoughts on the Knicks trade, and Mike Mills to get his thoughts on the trade. And we appreciate you guys, man. But before we go, hey, let's see what's our final thoughts. And before we get out of here, I'll pass it along. Mike Mills, what you got for us? Our partner shots, sir.
Thank you for everybody tuning in tonight. Thank you for everybody that was here. Thank you for the people that couldn't make it here. And free Josh Hart, Jalen Brunson, and Mikal Bridges because I see the shit burning.
Dang.
Wow.
Man, this dude right here, boy.
Wow, man. Talking about
get my boys out of New York.
What? Talk about a Debbie Downer. Jesus Christ.
All right.
We got old tinfoil hat and old Debbie Downer over there, man. God, DA, what you got for us, man? Please don't give us no conspiracy theory. I can't take no more tonight. Please.
Hey, man.
Give us at least give me a bar or something.
Man, listen, I think
They'll give you the message. Broken glass everywhere. People pissing in the staircase.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers just don't care.
Everywhere. People pissing on the stairs. They just don't care. I can't take the smell. I can't take the noise. I got no money to move out, but I got no choice.
That's what you got for us?
That's all it is, man.
Thank you, DA. Appreciate you. Ryan, what you got for us, bro? You had a lot for us tonight, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. As always, Ryan, the feisty
love
one.
it.
Love it, yes.
Ooh,
got y'all brainwashed, believing in Cat.
Yo, man,
Listen,
stop
man.
your slander,
Cat is
man.
good, man. What are you talking about, man?
Tell him, Ryan.
Hey,
Cat has the worst.
better than Randall.
He may have the closest to the
soft.
worst NBA IQ I've ever seen.
Hey, man, Twin Box is on. Yo,
Twin Box.
listen.
I was about to scroll ahead.
Y'all can write it down. Cat is soft. Soft.
I didn't see it
SAWF.
I don't see it like y'all see it, but it's all good.
Nah, man.
Go ahead, Ryan.
Giving his parting shot.
Yes,
ahead,
yes, fellas. Good show. Got on here a little late. But good show.
You made it for
love kicking it with you guys, man.
Yes, sir.
Always a spirited debate. You know what I'm saying?
Always. Same here.
Absolutely, man. So great show. We got the 2 playoff WNBA games tomorrow. So have a great weekend.
Got it. D-Dubs, what you got for us, sir?
Yo, man, everybody have a great weekend. Appreciate you joining us. Appreciate the likes, the love, the shares, all that good stuff. Also comment. Leave some comments. I do talk back, so
Yes,
I appreciate it all.
Let me know if you've seen Rachel anywhere.
Yeah, Rachel.
Rachel.
We love her.
It's Rachel. Rachel.
If y'all can tell me who Rachel is, we'll send you a hat.
Yeah, we love Rachel.
This dude kept yelling Rachel the whole time.
It's Rachel.
It's Rachel. Who?
Rachel.
Hell is Rachel. Yeah, we love Rachel.
We love Rachel. Listen, I don't have any too much. The show speaks for itself. Had a great time. We kicked it about baseball. The Mets are down 2-0 to the Brewers in the top of the 8th. Mike, they gonna rally? What's up?
Oh, it's over.
Oh man, you pessimistic. Boy, I tell you,
it's
man.
over. It's over.
They tonight they brought in Diaz. Might be a little bit too late, man. But
yeah, he said it's over after it went over the fence, right?
Listen, I don't have anything heavy. Enjoy the sports weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe. Be careful, man. But we're gonna get out of here. So listen, on behalf of myself, I'm Kevin L. Warren, your host and moderator, for Daryl D. Does Ryan, for Ryan D'Souza, for Mike Mills, for the DA, for Dan the hockey dude in his absence, and for James the Angry One Warren in his absence. Yo, man, this is the Sports Chasers podcast. Y'all be good, be great.
Prayers to Western Carolina. Prayers to
the people in Asheville and the Boone area. Yes,
yeah.
They got hit by the whole Hurricane Helene and the flood water. So pray for them. I know some people that's actually doing some rescue over there. So pray for those people that is making it do what it do and helping them out, man. But yo, y'all have a blessed weekend. Y'all be good. Y'all be great. Talk to y'all later. Peace.
That's a wrap for today's episode of the Sports Chasers podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast platforms, and connect with us on all social media channels for exclusive content and updates. We'd also love for you to join the conversation, share your thoughts, and become part of the Sports Chasers community. And remember to tune in next time for some more real sports talk. Until then, stay frosty.